How's it going, everybody? Anybody who's watching? Last I looked, I don't have very many views. But still, let's do this. We're on Genesis 25. So let's allow God to speak to us. Let's gain some knowledge so we can spiritually grow. And let's see if we can find some answers in Jesus' name. Genesis chapter 25. Okay. Then again, Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah. Okay, so Abraham has another wife. Her name is Keturah. Let's see what happens with this. And she bare him Zimran, and Jokshan, and Medan, and Median, and Ishbak, and Shua. And Jokshan begat Sheba, and Dedan, and the sons of Dedan were Ashurim, and Letushim, and Leumim, and the sons of Median were Atha, and Epher, and Henoch, and Abidah, and Eldah. All these were the children of Keturah. Abraham's new wife is Keturah. Oh yeah, that's right. Sarah passed away. Okay. And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac. But unto the sons of the concubine which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts and sent them away from Isaac his son, while he yet lived, eastward, unto the east country. And these are the days of the years of Abraham's life, which he lived, 160 years. Is that saying 315 years? I'm not quite sure what that means. Which he lived, 160 years. I'm guessing that's 315 years Abraham lived. Then Abraham gave up the ghost and died at a good age, an old man and full of years, and was gathered to his people. And his sons, Isaac and Ishmael, buried him in the cave of Machpelah. Oh, where Sarah was buried. Sarah was buried in the cave of Machpelah. So he was buried with his wife, his first wife. In the field of Ephron, the son of Zohar, the Hittite, which is before Mamre. The field which Abraham purchased of the sons of Heth. There was Abraham buried, and Sarah his wife. And it came to pass, after the death of Abraham, that God blessed his son Isaac, and Isaac dwelt by the well Laharoi. These names are very hard for me to pronounce. Now these are the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's handmaid, bare unto Abraham. And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael, by their names according to their generations. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebajoth, and Kedar, and Adbeel, and Mibsam, and Mishma, and Duma, and Massa. Hadar, and Tema, and Jetur, and Nephish, and Kedma. These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names by their towns and by their castles, 12 princes according to their nations. And these are the years of the life of Ishmael, 137 years, and he gave up the ghost and died and was gathered unto his people. People are starting to live a lot less years now. And they dwelt from Havilah unto Shur, that is before Egypt, as thou goest towards Assyria. And he died in the presence of all his brethren. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, and Syrian of Padanaram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entered of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. This is Esau and Jacob. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. So they were twins, Esau and Jacob, but they look very different. 2 different nations. One's going to be stronger than the other. That's Esau, I believe, is going to be stronger. And his people, he's going to be a hunter. And he's going to be very furry. He's going to be so hairy, it's going to be like fur. We get that speculation because, well, you'll see. I'll explain that as we read the next. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. So he came red all over like a hairy garment. He came out with red fur, red hair. And I believe it's red fur. I'll explain later once we get to the part. Like, he comes out furry for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. And the firstborn came out red all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. So when Esau came out, Jacob had a hold of his heel, a little baby hand on Esau's heel. You know, so a baby came out, Esau came out, a little baby Esau, and then there were little baby hands holding onto his heel like they were fighting to be firstborn. And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. See, Esau's a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. So Esau's the strong one. He's going to be the stronger one who birthed the stronger nation, obviously, because he's the hunter and a man of the field. And Jacob just dwells in tents. You know, he's a plain man dwelling in tents. He's not, you know, so Esau's definitely the one who's going to birth the stronger nation. But Esau's also going to serve Jacob, as we will read and find out. But Jacob also deceives. We'll get to that. Okay, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau, because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. So we had some, I'm sure they both loved both their sons, but Isaac had a love for the meat, the venison, the hunting that Esau would bring, and Rebekah loved her son Jacob. Rebekah loved Jacob, so there's, 2 conflicting loves there. All right, let's continue. And Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, Sell me this day thy birthright. His brother comes in hungry, starving, and he won't even feed his brother. He charges his brother. He charges his brother for some food. I would never charge my brother for food if he was hungry. I'd give my brother food. Okay. So he wanted to tell him his birthright, which is the patriarchy of the family. So here we go. And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? See, now he's giving it up like he has no faith in God, or he doesn't believe in God, or he doesn't really respect the patriarchy or the God's spiritual little setup or something. There's something he's not respecting here. Okay. And Jacob said, Swear to me this day. And he sware unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils. And he did eat and drink, and rose up, and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. Okay, he despised his birthright. A God-given birthright, Esau despised it, so he sold it. When God, you shouldn't despise something God gives you, a right God gives you. But anyway, that's the end of chapter 25. We are halfway through Genesis. Next will be Genesis chapter 6. Thank you guys for listening. If you are listening, again, If you have any corrections or opinions, or you just want to simply tell me something, let me know in the comments. In Jesus' name, peace, love, and God bless.